It's that time again. Grab a friend, sit down, no wind a bit. Tack a J, keeping it real. Can't you see the appeal? They got the jokes, the smoke, and the current events. You know the deal. Soak up that lemon water, tell all your friends. Encouragement for your flourishment is where we begin. Have you heard of it? It's sustenance. Where have you been? Free your mind.
Welcome back to another episode of Lemon Water Chronicles podcast, man. I'm your host, Tack. Tonight, we got on the show SPOKE DEE, a.k.a. Mr. Fighter for Fitness, man. Welcome to the show.
Glad to be on the show, man. I'm glad you got me on the show, man.
Yeah, man. So, and if I misintroduce you, man, what do you want to go by? You know, let the world know who you are.
You can call me Mr. Fighting for Fitness, or you can just call me SPOKE DEE. I go by both names.
Cool. So, what's that name come from? Like, what does that mean to be SPOKE DEE?
I mean, so when I was growing up, my aunt gave me the name Sport because my mama always kept me well dressed. So I come from the city. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, and my people Geechee. So she was saying Sport, and they were saying Spoke. So when people started calling me Spoke, I just went with it. And then when people like, what's Spoke? And I'll be like the bicycle Spoke.
Oh, okay, cool. So you just keep it turning then like a wheel.
Yeah, man.
That's smooth, man.
On the way go, it's forward.
So leaning into like one of the first questions we usually ask is the show is called the Lemon Water Chronicles podcast.
Right.
So like when life gives you lemons, you know, how do you turn that into lemon water?
Well, so what I do is, man, I just go back into, dark places in my life. So, all my dark moments turn into my highlight moments. So I'm always empowering myself. I do motivation videos for my personal motivation. And that's what I go back to. I go back to my videos that I make for myself. And I just keep myself going with the empowerment that I give myself.
Yeah, man, that's smooth. And so, like, I was looking at the precursor behind like this whole episode is, I too have lost like about I lost 120 some odd pounds off of just changing my lifestyle, the eating.
Congrats, bro.
Yeah, man. But I done gained like 50 of that back. But
it's hard, man. You really have to make lifestyle changes,
Yeah.
And that's what I'm here to do. I'm really here to show people how to eat. Once you learn how to eat, then it's a lifestyle change. The decisions that you make can have you with success, or it can have you going and gaining more weight than you had previously.
It was a day that you had gotten rushed to like the hospital, and like you had the kids on the photo, stuff like that, and you spoke to your 3 inspirations behind like why you do it. Walk us through that process and what it was like.
I was previously working at a fast food restaurant. That's where it all started. I wasn't born obese. Back in 2017, I was 175 pounds. Okay. And I started managing a fast food restaurant. And over the years, over the eight and a half years of me working there, I gained over 100 pounds.
Wow.
So I had, chest pains. I was having headaches. I looked in the mirror one day, bro, and I didn't know who I was. Yeah. But that didn't ignite the fire to want to lose weight. I would continuously eat, and I go to work and I eat at work. I'll eat breakfast, lunch, eat before I leave, go home, eat dinner, drink alcohol. I was drinking beer. So I was just doing a lot of, having a lot of bad habits that created me to be overweight. So with me having bad headaches and chest pains, I was smoking cigarettes at the time.
Oh, wow.
And I had to get rushed out to the hospital because I couldn't breathe. And the doctors asked me once I got to the hospital, and they ran tests and things of that nature. And the doctors asked me and say, hey, man, do you want to live? Mm. And I was like, of course. And then he was like, why? What's your why? And I was like, man, I got a family. I have a wife. I have kids. He was like, well, you need to make a change. He said, you pre-diabetic, you have sleep apnea, you have high cholesterol, and you have high blood pressure. And that was my why, to make a change.
Yeah, and then I saw like on the profile, man, like it kind of reminded me of myself, of my own journey. Like I looked at the before and I looked at the after, and I was like, "There's no way." I was like, "There's no way it's the same guy." Like you like totally different dude, and it's like but I mean, it's there. Like you have to chisel away at the body that you want to create it to become so for yourself in the physical. But then beyond that, it's like spiritual transformation comes with that as well, especially when you connect the fasting aspect to it. So that's a whole different animal, man. So that's kudos.
Most definitely, man. When I tell people my story, or when people see me, the befores and the afters, they don't believe it's me. People have to go look and say, "Oh, let me look at tattoos and things in that nature."
Right.
And I didn't have any weight loss surgery. In the beginning, I never took any supplements, nothing. It was just hard work, dedication, having prayers and belief into that I can be a better version of myself.
Yeah. So what was that first workout? Like, what was that first workout like when you realized you could make that change? Yeah.
So, I mean, in the beginning, I started off walking.
Yeah.
So I was doing 3 miles a day. I had on a sauna suit.
Nice.
And I just started walking, man. I went to my mom's and dad's house and I walked the block. I did 3 miles a day. And for the first 31 days, I didn't join a gym because I wasn't comfortable. I was self-conscious, so I wanted to be able to knock off a little weight before I felt like I was ready to go inside of a gym. And once I got inside of the gym, I was still intimidated. All I did was cardio. So my first year, I rarely touched weights. And believe it or not, I didn't really start touching weights until last year. Really getting into during quarantine, that's when I got into the weights. I was a cardio baby.
Oh, for sure. We had Mercedes, and she's like, vegan and everything like that. She had sickle cell, and she like works with that, changed her lifestyle to make that work. And so she talked about walking. Also, I myself, I try to do the best I can to get a walk in every day. This is around the complex or just in the area. But like with the weights, like what do you, for somebody that's just starting out, what do you suggest they do with the dumbbells and stuff like that?
So when it comes to the dumbbells, I suggest you do starting out low weight, high reps.
Got it.
Just so you can get to the level of adding more weight. Jot down your weights of what weight you use weekly, and you just go up. But man, once you start lifting weights, bro, you will really see that the body can achieve what the mind believes.
Yeah.
I impress myself every day.
Yeah. What is it that like so like in your current life, like your life outside the gym, how have you transformed like the things that you've learned while like, pumping iron into like the workplace and like just being a father? Like what have you noticed has changed with that? Like, belief overall and stuff.
Man, it's all about just having faith. With everything that you do, you gotta have faith, man, and have dedication. And be patient and trust the process with everything, because you deal with different obstacles in life. I mean, it comes to, when your kids growing up, daily routines. Being in routine is what helped me, creating that routine and do it daily. But, things happen in life, things change. So it's just being patient. You got to have patience. Patience is the key to success.
That's facts, yeah. And patience is tough too, because it'll have you thinking that you're not where you're supposed to be sometimes, because like you hit that brick wall. Like what brick walls did you hit during your process?
I hit a lot of plateaus, man, but what kept me going was when I made my videos, I started to see the transition of my face.
Yeah.
If you go back and look, man, I had a double chin.
Right.
And I'm just man, I was horrible.
We all
So
did.
as I gradually got better with the workouts, as I gradually got better with the eating habits, because I didn't count any calories in the beginning. All I was doing healthy foods and portion control.
Yeah.
I didn't have any education on anything in the fitness world, you know. So once I started educating myself, man, I was like, wow, man, I didn't even understand how I was eating the portions that I was eating and was able to maneuver around and work out and do
Yeah.
things in that nature work because, bro, I was literally in the beginning probably eating like 1,500 calories. That's why I lost so much weight so fast.
Yeah, man. Because at one point in time I was doing I started with a 2,000 a day. Like my journey is like over the course of, you said 2014 for you. For me, it was about 2010. But I mean, it's been a lifelong thing. The heaviest I got was like 405, and that's when I realized it was really a problem. My mom made me get on a scale at random, and I was, joking around thinking that it wasn't gonna be nothing like that. And then you see that, and that's like the first time I'd ever seen those numbers for myself. And so it was about the weight at first for me. Then it turned into just overall lifestyle, like overall fitness and overall. And so, like, what things do you do coupled with that, like that? Do you do like any meditation or anything like that, or like prayerful, or what? Like, what do you suggest for somebody that's just trying to get that circle going for themselves?
Man, you gotta. So you really gotta reward yourself with any type of progress, man. Rewarding yourself. I mean, just transitioning and starting to eat healthy. Reward yourself. I mean, you gotta forgive your body. Forgive yourself. Forgive your body for what you've done, because we make these type of choices. So start rewarding yourself little by little, and you'll enjoy the lifestyle a little more. You got to be self-driven. You know what I'm saying? You just got to trust the process and reward yourself. I continuously rewarded myself. I used to buy myself things when I reached goals. If I can last a whole week, eating healthy, and then on the 6th or 7th day, I'll do a cheat meal. I didn't do a cheat day, but I did a cheat meal.
What's
so
a cheat meal like for Spoke?
I love to eat, man. I love to eat.
Yes,
nachos, chicken wings. So it's gonna be nachos, chicken wings, snow crabs, things in that nature. I love food. I love food. But how I do it is I eat 6 small meals a day.
Okay.
But when I do a cheat meal, I only eat 4 meals a day and allow my cheat meal to substitute 2 meals.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
And then I do fasted cardio the day after.
So do you work out, you prefer to work out early to get it going, or do you do it at the end of the day, or do you do both?
It just depends on my schedule. I love to work out in the morning. First thing in the morning, I love to go to the gym. But if I can't make it in the gym, the only reason I don't like to do it at night is because gyms are more crowded. And then once I take my pre-workout, it keeps me up. And you want to get that rest. You want to at least get 6 to 7 to 8 hour rest. I try to get at least 6 hours of rest, but I lack on rest, man. So it really helps, though, the weight loss process.
Yeah, because with being entrepreneurs, because you do something else during the day, I'm assuming, or is it just do you just do training full time?
Well, I just started training full time.
Okay, congrats.
So I just tapped into training full time.
Wow.
That's my passion, man. I asked God to lead me to my purpose. And, it always been a purpose for me to motivate, to help, empower people. And, man, I took a leap of faith.
That's dope, man. So, like, is that scary for you taking that leap, or have you just felt right at home as the process is going on?
I felt right at home, man, because, at the end of the day, it's my calling, to impact people. I created a journey. I created a platform, didn't even know how powerful I was. So when you do something like that, man, you just gotta take heed to it and continuously work through God, man. Let him work through me.
That's real. So like when you let's just say like somebody comes in, what's the process like when they walk through your doors, and they're talking to you about what it is that they're looking for? Like how does the conversation go between Spoke and then like a potential person that wants to change their lives with physicality?
What's your why? To go inside of a gym, something got you there. To want to make a lifestyle change, something impacted your life to get you to want to change. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I did through the mental. It's not about the workouts, man. It's not about the workouts. I really care less about the workouts because we're overall looking to change your lifestyle to be able to add value and to add more time on your life. It's health, man. Health is wealth. I mean, some people don't even believe it, but I mean, when it comes to even getting jobs, people will play with you if you're overweight. They will play in your face if it makes sense. Just being overweight. They say, man, he ain't gonna take this job serious. He don't even take care of himself. Okay. So it's what's your why? How bad do you want it?
Being overweight most of my life, I've carried the weight well because I played sports. And I see what you mean, how people do play with you and they think that it's kind of like they dehumanize you if you don't look like, or you know what I'm saying, you don't look like a normal person or something like that. And so like being somebody that comes from the mud in a sense out of that to get to a better place, people did totally start to treat me different. I noticed that. And that was kind of sad for me because it made me wonder who was really there to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, so like with those plateaus, like
you have to shock the body, man. You have to shock the body, man. You have to your body is science, man. This is really science. So, I mean, you're going to have a lot of ups and downs and you got to be okay with that. I don't had times where a whole month the scale didn't move. You know what I'm saying? But when I broke it down, I lost inches.
Yeah.
So it's all about the patience you have and the education you have when trying to transition your body. How much work you're gonna put in, because it's just not in the kitchen and it's just not in the gym. You have to educate yourself, and then you have to look at yourself as, okay, everybody is different. You can't be looking at other influencers and other people who don't lost weight and saying, well, I'm doing exactly what they doing, because everybody got a different body type.
What's like what does like your 5-year span look like for you with your business as well as like the family and all that? What does it look like for Spoke 5 years?
Man, so the last 5 years, man, it's have been struggles before blessings, man.
Okay.
And I had a lot of ups and downs, man, into this fitness. I actually put everything on hold from 2017 till at least 2019. Just going through trials and tribulations in life mentally, man. It's a lot of dark moments into the fitness world that people don't talk about.
Oh yeah.
People try to sell themselves to you. When you lose weight, and it feels great, it feels good, but if you haven't made a lifestyle change, then you will gain weight back. You will go into the same mindset that you previously had prior to losing the weight. And that's what I done. I started feeling good again. I started feeling myself, a lot of temptation with women's in the fitness world. Those are the things a lot of people don't talk about.
What do you feel like is the biggest one of like what are like some, like if it was the top two?
How to maintain after losing weight, because I feel that it's easy. It's not easy, but once you know what you're doing, it's easy to lose the weight.
Yeah.
But it's harder to keep the weight off.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
And the second thing is, man, I have to say, man, the second thing that people don't talk about is how to eat. People not showing you how to eat. how to enjoy the food that you eat. The average person will think, eating salads, and eating rabbit food. Who want to live like that? I mean, I don't.
Right. And so I noticed that you have like a custom meal plan. I checked out your website and it was like, you have a custom meal plan. What is that? And how did you get in? Do you prepare them yourself or do you partner with a chef? Like, how do you run it?
No, I don't pair myself. I get information from the clients and then I put it together with healthy fats, healthy carbs, and healthy protein. Go by their BMI, their weight, their age, things of that nature,
When you said healthy fats, what are like some examples of healthy fats if people are trying to learn what that means?
Avocados, olive oil, things in that nature. If you go on Google, man, it will help you out a lot.
Yeah.
And you can really put your own meal plan together. But you have a lot of people who don't want to do the work, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help them. So I do the work for them.
Show them the way, man. Show them the road and how to pave their own road, basically. So if it was someone that wanted to transition, like you did it your way, you said that you got to have faith. You got to basically have discipline is what I'm hearing. And then you got to have a sense of community. So like if someone was to change their circle of people, meeting their community, how do you suggest that someone do that? Like real simple.
Once you transition over to the people that you usually around or the people that not doing far as eating healthy and focusing on their self, the crowd around you gonna change. Yeah. God is gonna bring people into your life that is gonna add value and who are not gonna drain you from your energy. Family, friends. Man, I lost so much family. I lost so many friends behind grinding. I'm not drinking alcohol. I'm not smoking. I'm not going to parties. It's strictly diet, strictly gym, and it's strictly spending time with my immediate family, for the ones who really, really cared and understood what I was trying to accomplish. So just now, see, when I first started, man, Instagram wasn't that popular. So now on Instagram, you can choose what you want to see. Yeah. You can choose your audience. So, I mean, I had started deleting all the foolishness off of my page and started following fitness coaches, influencers who was actually really motivating people, things in that nature. And I just started going to the gym. In my gym, I started creating unity within, getting out that comfort zone, man, and start going into public places with your interests, what you want to do. Take you a couple of HIIT classes, go to the gym, ask questions, man. And you will see that the world is waiting on you to evolve.
So do you feel like there's a divide between like evolution, like what you speaking to, and just being stagnant? Like, what do you think the divide is on that for like folks that just, having the hardest time?
I think it's basically mostly how people is raised, man. I mean, in the fitness world, I feel, from my personal opinion, I feel like once you get these bodybuilders get to certain levels, they get egos. Yeah. And they look down on people who was once in their position. I personally feel that the fitness industry don't have a lot of unity. And I mean, you have cats, man, you can comment on a post and they won't even acknowledge it.
It's true.
I'm trying to be different. I'm trying to acknowledge any and everybody who comes my way.
And that's important. What you just said is that acknowledging people when they are reaching out to you, because you never know when someone's reaching out to you and that's their lowest. You don't know that.
Right. And you could have probably saved that person, from doing anything to themselves, to somebody else. And it's crazy, man. Won't acknowledge you, won't respond, won't hit a like, won't do anything.
Nothing.
But want you to support them.
It's crazy.
In their movement. And that's the gap that I see within the fitness world, and I want to change that, man. I want to be different. I came in the game not knowing where it was gonna lead me, but Now I'm on a level of helping anybody I can help. But first they have to want to help themselves. But I'm willing to help, man, in a way I can. Even if I'm giving you, words of encouragement, you don't have to always buy a meal plan. I still give you some tips and, things in that nature. I don't recommend that you trying to follow and shadowing my meals, because my meals is designed for me and my goals.
Right.
But I will help you out. Everybody not financially stable or it meets their budget. If any way I can, man, I help somebody out, man. I'm here to help, man.
So how did you come up with like the name of your company?
So this what happened. I was in the gym, man. Every day I do like 3-4 miles on a treadmill.
Yeah.
And a guy came up to me one day. He say, "Man, every time I come in here, when I come in, you on a treadmill. When I leave, you on the treadmill. And I come back, you on the treadmill." He say, "Man, you fight." And I say, "Yeah, man, this fitness is hard." He said, "Well, at least you fighting for fitness."
Hey, that's dope.
And I was like, "Yo," and it was me. I was like, "Man, I'm fighting for fitness because every day is an obstacle." Like, man, I was still working I lost 100 pounds working at a fast food restaurant. Dealing with everyday obstacles, dealing with everyday life.
It's mental.
And either you can eat McDonald's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, or you can eat healthy and go to the gym. And you have to fight with your own mind. You have choices. I can go left or I can go right. What is going to be today? So it's a fight, man. It's fighting for fitness, man. It just don't have to be with fitness, man. You putting up a fight even on your unmotivated days, because half of the time I'm unmotivated to go to the gym.
Yeah, talk more about that. Like how you get into that, because that's a big one. That's a big one.
Man, it's the why. It's the why I'm doing it. It's the why I'm doing it. How far I came. Trusting the process. Because when you have those dark days where you wake up and you can look at yourself and be like, "Man, I've been training for a whole month. I ain't seeing the results that I want." That's, am I falling in love with the process, or is I'm trying to rush the process?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why you gotta be process driven, because you gotta have that drive to trust the process. So when you have those dark days that you don't want to go, what's your why? Why are you going? Why you even started going to the gym? Because I was overweight. I had high blood pressure. I had high cholesterol. People called me fat. When I looked in the mirror, I didn't know who I was. All that gotta come within that time frame and that mind. And you know what? Let me get myself together and go to the gym. And once you work out, then you be like, "I'm glad I came."
That's
right. And every day not gonna be a good day in the gym. I don't have days, man. I don't have days in the gym, man. I gave 30%, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
Hey, but you got to the gym though, because if you hadn't have gotten there, then you would have been able to put that 30 in.
So with me going, that's a pat on my back. You made it. You showed up.
Yeah.
If all you did was walk on that treadmill for 20 minutes and then left out and went home, you showed up. You just got to get started.
So how do you feel about, you said the first year, you mentioned that you didn't even touch the gym. What are your views and thoughts on calisthenics and,
No, so the first 31 days I didn't touch the gym. The first year I didn't touch. Well, the first couple of years I rarely touched weights.
That's what it was. Okay, gotcha.
I was so my first transformation, I was skinny fat.
Gotcha.
So that what made me gain weight back as well, because the feedback that I got from people, they say that I looked sick, and then people was telling me like, "Hey man, if you start," and I was scared of weights, man. I was terrified of weights.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, man.
What was your fear with fear associated?
I felt like I was gonna gain more weight by lifting weights.
Oh yeah, well, muscle. But yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah.
But that's lack of education.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So with lack of education, like I said from the beginning, I didn't count calories. I just did my own portion control that I felt like was enough for me. I went to the gym. I did cardio. I did elliptical. I did a Stairmaster. I did treadmill, all in that nature. That's it. You see what I'm saying? And the weight was coming off because I was in a calorie deficit and I was burning calories. But the look that I had back then within 2004, the end of 2014, 15, and 16, I looked skinny fat. So I dropped down to 198 pounds from being 300 pounds.
Wow.
And I gained, and I went back up to 225 pounds.
Now,
and that's where I was comfortable.
Yeah,
I was comfortable at 225.
Yeah, but my lowest I got was like on the journey was like 288. So like I got it was about 288 was the lowest I got, and I was very comfortable. I just think I wish looking back I had started to incorporate weights a little bit more into it, or more calisthenic based workouts that can pump, that I can get like a pump. But I'm not opposed to doing weights. I just kind of like to do more free weight stuff with the dumbbells. And so with that being said, what's the end goal look like for Spoke Dee and fighting for fitness?
It's never gonna be an end goal. It's gonna always be a marathon, man. I don't have any end results. I'm allowing God to lead, and I'm just gonna follow and continuously get better. I will never be content. I will never stay still and say that this is it. As I get wiser and smarter, I'm gonna get better and better. So I don't have an end goal at this time, man.
No, that's good, man. Is there any type of literature that you recommend or anything like that that you tapped in, because you mentioned education? So like, were there any particular quotes or books that stuck with you to give you that push?
The only push that, who gave me push, man? I didn't read any books. I did education on Google, and Google was my best friend. Yeah. I never read any books, but Les Brown and Eric Thomas was my two top motivators.
Oh yeah, sure.
To keep me going, man.
You have like a particular genre of music you gotta have when you going into the gym, or are you just a silent assassin?
I'm versatile, man. I'm versatile. I can go from podcasts to gospel.
Okay.
To rap, YouTube videos.
Right. Yeah.
To interviews. The first 48. I'm versatile.
That's what's up, man. That's a first
48. Hey, first 48 when you trying to get through that Stairmaster or that elliptical, hey, it worked numbers. I used to save episodes just to when I go do my cardio. Yeah. Because I like outside. To be honest with you, I love outside nature.
Same.
In the gym doing cardio, I hate it. I hate it with a passion.
Yeah.
But, sometimes you can't do it, when the weather raining, so you have no choice. But yeah, man, first 48, man, I watch a whole 60 minutes. I'm on the treadmill the whole time.
That's cool, though. That's good.
But I'm telling you, it's little tricks that you do to keep yourself going and doing it. Yeah. So if it's airing on Thursday, I say, you know what? I got to do cardio Friday morning. I'm not going to watch it Thursday night. I got to stay on that treadmill for an hour. First 48.
So do you do your cardio, like when you going in to do lifting, do you do like the 1,000 calorie burn and then lift, or are you solely only there for cardio on the cardio day?
So what I do is I do the first 5 minutes of cardio when I first get in the gym to get the heart rate up. Yeah. Then I get into my strength training, and then I do 20 minutes HIIT, or I do 20 minutes Stairmaster or elliptical afterwards. Okay. Right now, I'm currently on HIIT because I'm not trying to lose a lot of muscle, so I'm doing less cardio.
Got you. That's dope, man.
And I hate it too. I hate it right now because I was leaner 2 months ago.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a fight right now, man. I'm like fighting to build muscle.
For sure. You
And
still in it though. Your mind is
right.
I feel like it's gonna work out for you though, because like your mind, you feel me, is just like
So
it tapped in. So
I tell myself, do you just want to be lean all year round? Or do you want to be up in size to where you feel comfortable?
yeah.
You know, I don't want to be a bodybuilder. I don't want to have these big muscles, but I want to look good. I want to be able to take off my shirt and be in Miami, be like Miami.
Hey man.
You know, but yeah, man, it's a
Yeah.
fight, man. I was just fighting with myself the other day, like mentally, like on the level of like, man, it's easy to lose weight for me,
All
but
right.
it's feel like it's hard to build these muscles.
Nah, man, you'll find it. I mean, it's like you said, you know your why. So if you know your why, like you proclaim to, then those downloads that you've already received before, you'll take them and multiply them. Take the stuff that you know and you multiply it, man.
Most definitely.
That's
Definitely.
real.
That's why I recommend people to do spiritual walks. I do spiritual walks every day. A spiritual walk for me is, man, walking in silence and just talking to God, being out there in nature, being out there in the sun. I love it, man. It's peace. It brings me peace. You know, it gives me confidence to keep going. You can receive a lot within the four walls or the walls in the gym, but being out here in nature and doing spiritual walks, talking to God and understanding that everybody have different beliefs. So
That's
I'm
right.
just going off where it helped me, and I call them my spiritual walks. You know, sometimes I may turn on gospel or I may turn on a podcast, and I love it, man. It just brings me so much peace, and I can get up to 3-4 miles a day. Sometimes I may, if I'm really, really into it, I may do six
Yeah.
miles. I walk wherever God lead me, the whole neighborhood, throughout the neighborhood,
Nice.
to the main streets, everywhere.
Nice.
You know, the goal is just to reach whatever miles I set for myself. So if I say today I'm going to walk 3 miles, I may be leading, I may lead right, then my mind will say go left.
Right.
I know how to get home.
Right. Yeah.
So left,
That's all that
right.
matters, right?
Yeah. I don't walk in circles. I don't walk past my house. I'm on 3 miles. I said I'm gonna do 4. Let me go back around. You know, and doing and I've tried. I can't say it enough. Doing motivation videos to yourself. You don't have to always release them. I got videos in the stash right now that nobody never seen before. I can release a video every day if I wanted to. Those videos are very helpful. Empower yourself. Give yourself words of encouragement. It's you versus you. Can't nobody tell you. When you get into a dark place, when you get into those dark moments, can't nobody help you but you and whoever you believe in. So make those videos and go back and look at them, and it may change how you feel. You know what I'm saying? In your heart and your soul. It touched me. I was watching a video the other day. I damn near was like, damn, I was at my lowest.
Yeah.
And I didn't give up. When I was just telling you, when I was mentally going through the muscles and should I be lean? And I looked at a video when I was overweight, when I was really at my lowest, and I was instilling, you know, words of encouragement to myself and telling myself not to give up and telling myself to have patience and things of that nature. And I was like, man, I overcame that.
Yeah. You beat
I didn't know how powerful this video was gonna be to me 12 months later.
Right.
You know?
That's
and if you look at my platform, you can go down and you'll see videos where I do show people, you know, before and I be talking to myself, things of that nature.
That's smooth.
It helpful. And then I show you the progress, man. Document the journey. You know, my first journey, I lost half of my footage, but hey, I gained weight again. So I had a second journey.
So it was like a rite of passage of anything, then I guess, huh?
Right. Because when the pandemic hit, I gained 50 pounds.
Yeah. And I feel like that was most of us, for sure.
Right. But that put the fire in me, man. Getting back to the level where I looked at myself and like, whoa, man, you like 30 pounds from 300.
Yeah, man. I got pretty close to that too. And I realized I I had to change.
But I was 40 pounds because I shot back up to 260.
Okay.
But like I told you, I was staying in the range of 225. So when that pandemic hit, hell, 260.
Oh yeah, easily, man. And they had to where the food could come to you more easily now. You
Right.
Going on. Yeah, man. I got you on that. Well, you mentioned the platform, man. So where can people find you, connect with you, shout out your information? It will be on the screen here.
You can follow me at Instagram, fightingforfitness_1. That's the only platform right now that I'm utilizing for as fitness related only. So that's how you can get at me if you want to get at me. Fighting for Fitness.
So man,
_1.
Did you have any?
Oh, and TikTok, you can get at me on TikTok as well. My TikTok is SPOKE DEE.
Just SPOKE DEE.
SPOKEDEE. SPOKE DEE. And it's linked to my bio too, my link tree.
Excellent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we've had SPOKE DEE on the show, man, talking about his fitness journey, what he's overcome, what he plans to continue doing, and how you can find that in yourself to, chase what you believe and find someone positive or something to believe in positively, man. Do you have any lasting words that you want to leave for him?
Stay self-motivated. You can do it if you're on a fitness journey. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do. You're going to deal with everyday struggles. So it's always struggles before blessing. Without struggles, ain't no progress.
Thank you for coming on the show tonight, man. And
appreciate you, man.
Hey, anytime, man. We're going to build this thing, man. Put it together.
Most definitely, man. I appreciate you, man.
All right.
Congrats to the whole podcast, man.
Hey, man. Thank you for that. With that being said, man, when life gives you lemons, make lemon water. Peace.
Lemon water. When life gives you lemons, make lemon water.